Just to be clear, you want to organize a workshop or seminar at 3 different locations, and each location will have 100 people in attendance. That makes it 300, and you want to achieve this in 1 month, which is 4 weeks. And you want to know where to begin from, right? Now, the most effective way to start planning any event, which is also the professional way to start planning any event, is to start with the pre-event file. So I'm not going to go into that because it may sound a little bit complex to you, so I'm going to talk to you as if you were just green. Now, the first thing to do, or where to begin from, is to start with the first 6 steps in event planning. There's a 7th though, 7 steps, but the first 6 steps are the W steps. That is the what, why, when, where, for who, by whom, and the 7th is the budget. The what is what type of event is it? That's what. Number 1, what type of event are you planning? Is it a workshop or seminar? That is noted. Why? The thematic preoccupation, the objectives. What is the purpose of this event? Note all of that down in bullet points. Be careful in doing that so you don't miss a thing. When is this event going to happen? The date. You need to write that date down. You have 4 weeks. So, and these are 3 different locations, right? Good. You need 1 week, of course, to plan, and you have 3 weeks left. So, are you going to have the event on weekends or work days? You need that date written down. Where? The venue. Where are the locations you're going to have these events? For who? Who is your target audience? Who are you planning this event for? You should capture that in your objectives, okay? Then by whom? Your team. You need a team. The people you're going to be working with. We're going into that. I'm going to explain all of that later. Then the 7th, which is the budget. How much do you have? How much are you going to be working with? What is this event going to cost? The very first 3 steps I mentioned of the what, why, and when are theoretical steps. So jump straight to the action step, which is where? The venue. Remember, 3 different locations. So you need 3 different venues, 3 different sites. So you start your Reiki immediately. Now that depends on your budget. If you assuming you have a lean budget, because I'm not discussing this like you have a fat budget. If you have a fat budget, you start with by whom, building your team. But assuming you have a lean budget, so you know you need to do your Reiki, that is your site surveying, all by yourself. So jump straight to these locations. If you have people there you can contact to get the locations locked down for you, beautiful. But you have to visit these locations to make sure that these locations appeal or can define your idea properly. So make sure they are locked down and paid for. Your venue is sealed. So jump straight to the last of the W's, which is by whom. You need a team. And the first set of persons you need in your team. Remember, we are working with a lean budget here. We're not working with a fast budget. That's why we didn't start with building a team after you have written down your first 3 W's. That is the what, why, and when. So now you are here. You've gotten your venue. You need a team. And the first persons you need, like I said earlier, are people who can create leads or help to build leads. Leads, I mean your target audience. Okay, because you need 100 people. I'm just emphasizing that. You need 100 people at each of these locations, and you have only 30 days or 31 days to make that happen. And assuming these are fresh leads you need to build, but there are several ways you can do that. So you need to work with people who are good at doing this. There are several strategies to create leads. You have online and on-site strategies. So you may not have a website. So it may not be necessary to say you need to optimize your website for local search terms. Now you need to use the social media targeting. Use all social media platforms. Maximize all the opportunities in the social medias. Use them to create audiences in specific locations. All those locations, you need to target them. Use the hashtags. There are a whole lot of education on how to use the social media to create leads. Maximize those opportunities and benefits. Then content marketing. Write blogs, articles, create videos, use influencers, create contents, and focus on those items. Focus on the venues. Focus on the leads. This is just for online marketing. use email marketing, even paid advertising. You don't need to spend much to get this done. You can actually achieve this with a lean budget. Now, for on-site marketing, or rather on-site strategy, look out for local events, local groups, local organizations, even businesses around these venues that already have a number of persons that patronize them, or have a sizable number of persons you can reach out to using their referral program to get through to your leads, or build more leads to get through to your audience. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, use that, maximize that opportunity, leverage on that opportunity. You talk to them, get them to work with you. Now, this is where partnership comes in. Pull the CSR card on them, that's the corporate social responsibility card on them, and outline the benefits for them. Let them know what they're going to gain from partnering with you. Now, assuming you meet a local group that has over 20 active members, and out of those 20, only 10 are ready to work with you, and you pull the referral program or strategy on them, and each of these 10 invite 5 persons respectively. That is 10 times 5. You already have 50 persons, half of your target of 100, and that is just from one group or one organization. There are several other strategies you can meet. You can replicate that or repeat that at different or all your different locations. With every effort you have put in, both on your social media and every other on-site strategy you have put in, you may find out that in 1 week you already have a good number of persons, or the 100 that you are waiting for. Please do not forget feedbacks. Don't just share with them or build the leads and sit back. The first 2 persons you have in your team are now responsible for gathering the data and following these leads up to make sure that they will be present at the event. That is one of the most important reasons you recruited them in the first place. So that's ready, and they are working on that. The next step is you need to add more persons to your team. Remember, the first week you're planning building leads, so now your dates are fixed. Let's say you put the dates on weekends, the 3 different locations on weekends. So you have Monday to Friday to plan for the week, the event each week. So you need a team to put that together. You do that the first week, have a successful event, you repeat that the following week, you repeat that the 3rd week. At the end, you've achieved your goal of 300 persons attending your events at 3 different locations at 100 each. And you will be shocked to notice that you didn't do this with so much money. I mean, you did this with a lean budget. But if you have a fat budget, it is more easier and free. You start with, after writing every other thing down, you start with creating a team, giving out responsibilities to people who are meant to do that. All you do is supervise.